How much weight you put on?
I put on a good 10, 12 pounds since the end of the season. So.
Is that where you want to be? Do you want to add some more?
I always want to add some more, you know. Try to gain another probably 5 pounds or something like that.
How much different is it the second year under Chip? Just like these first couple practices, it probably was a whirlwind last year. This time, what's it like now?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's nice not having to learn a new offense. I know that my first 2 years or something like that, I had to learn a new offense. So getting a year under the belt, knowing the different plays and everything like that, it's just a lot easier and more helpful. So.
What's it like working with Coach Fry as the offensive coordinator?
He's awesome. He's super intelligent, knows what he's doing, has a good plan for us, so it's awesome.
How much did you work with him prior?
Well, he was the offensive line coach, so going over protection and runs and stuff like that. So we're with him a good amount. But now since it's OC, like he manages everything too.
You guys kind of been able to rally this spring. Last year wasn't what you guys wanted, but have you been able to turn kind of that page this spring?
Yeah, well, I mean, we're a young team, and we know that we have to get guys on board. And since the end of the season, we've been working a lot just for at least quarterbacks, receivers, been throwing almost every day and doing 7-on-7 stuff like that. Everyone's bought in, you know. Everyone wants to be here and is working pretty hard. So we're definitely excited and looking forward to next season.
What's the attitude now compared to last year?
I mean, last year was a lot. I feel like a lot of us were just learning. You know, coaches just got here, so we're just picking stuff on the fly. Now that we have an idea of what we're doing, we're learning and we're trying to execute at the highest state.
How do you think you're performing so far this year?
I think I'm doing well. There's definitely things I need to improve, footwork and I don't know, reads and everything like that. There's always stuff I need to work on, but overall not too bad.
How have you seen this defense improve? I know you're on the offensive side, but just going against them, what have they kind of improved on?
I mean, pretty much everything. Their coverage is, we got great DBs right now. Darnay, Q-Leg, all those guys are definitely tough to go against every day. Linebackers, Chris Barnes and KLS, and those guys are solid. So pretty much the whole defense they're moving stronger. They know what, I think knowing they have an understanding of the defense now helps, and they're moving pretty quick.
You guys don't have a lot of scholarship quarterbacks on the roster right now.
We have 3. Matt moved to tight end, so it's me, Dorian, and Chase, who just got here, obviously, and Josiah too. So.
How are you looking at that kind of opportunity? It seems like you guys get a ton more snaps than maybe you had previously.
Yeah, it's more reps, definitely, between me and Dorian. Once Chase gets healthy, he'll be in that rotation too. So it's a good opportunity, you know. As a quarterback, you want as many reps as you can because the more reps you get, the more prepared you are for the game. So I love it, you know, it's a great opportunity.
What's it been like getting to know Chase since he's come in?
Good. He's a really good kid. High energy. You know, always has a smile on his face. So he's been fun to work with. He's very eager. You know, always asking questions, wanting to know different stuff. So it's been pretty good so far.
What's it been like going through spring practice so far?
It's been fun. A lot of learning experiences with just learning behind Dorian and Coach Bobby. He obviously has a lot of. He's been coaching for a long time, so he's a lot of knowledge, and Coach Stout also. So it's been just great learning behind them and learning the plays and stuff and just trying to get better every day.
UCLA is a walk-on. What are you hoping to be able to accomplish here?
I came here for a challenge. I mean, I had other offers coming out of high school, and I just came here because I know that in this environment I can get better and hopefully earn a scholarship here. And that's always been my goal, and it will continue to be my goal until I accomplish it. Then we go on to the next step after that. And I just feel like with these coaches, they said they'd give me opportunity, and I feel like they've done a great job with that. And I just want to get better every day, and I'll always just stay prepared for whatever happens.
What was the off-season like for you, and what did you do to prepare for something?
Off-season, one of my main goals was just gaining a lot of weight and getting stronger. And I think Coach Frank and Coach Croce, they helped me out a lot with that. They have a great off-season program, and I felt we got a lot stronger, especially a lot faster too. We work on a lot of exploding and speed work also, so that helped us out a lot, and I think that we did a really good job with that in this off-season.
How have you improved, do you think? I mean, it's only been a couple practices.
Right. I think just with my reads, I think that I felt a lot more comfortable. Last year I didn't get too many reps just in that we had 6 quarterbacks, but I think now that we have a little bit less, I'm able to get more reps and understand by doing more a lot this year. And I feel like I'm getting more comfortable doing that, so I'm going to just continue to do that and see how things go after that.
Walk-ons have had success.
Right.
Do you think you have a chance to
get
the job?
I always see myself as improving, and always see myself as someone who could be the top at a program like this. That's why I came here. I wouldn't have came here if I didn't believe that I could strive and do well here. So that's always been my goal, and every day I'm working towards that. and we'll see what happens after that.
Chase was just talking a lot about mental reps because he's hurt right now, and you obviously had to do that a lot last year, mental reps.
Right.
What's the main difference, other than having people around you and the potential being sacked or whatever? What's the main difference between mental reps and actual reps?
I mean, mental reps, they help actually a lot because you just put yourself in the mind of the quarterback that's in at the moment. So we're looking through defenses and reads and all of that. So it helps you stay prepared so that if a situation comes up that you might not be ready for, you could see it develop as the play's going on and go through it in your own head. So then when you go in, you'll be able to handle it well as well. So I think mental reps, they can be just as valuable as physical reps as well.
What was happening at the end of practice? You guys have like really races?
Yeah, it's a little. We do some like Bruin games. It's called our Bruin games, and it's just one of these competitions that we do. It's just one of the fun things that we do to end out practice sometimes. And we did a lot in the off season on Fridays. They set up a couple games, and we just had competition of guys just going after it. And my squad ended up getting the win, so it was pretty exciting. But yeah, it's one of the most fun things that we do here for sure. It's cool. It was tic-tac-toe. Yeah, so everyone was just running and trying to put the weight ball in the spot as fast as they could. So I mean, it was fun. Yeah, and we got the last one as you guys saw. So it was pretty cool. A lot of competition going on.
How does that kind of engage the competitive juices in spring, where you guys aren't going to be playing in real football this year for a really long time?
Right. I mean, I think just always. I think the whole team is just always competitive. So I mean, I don't think there's much to really engage. There's a lot of competitive guys on this team, just from all out. Everyone on the team is just really competitive. So I mean, it's nice to do that, just to have a little bit more fun with it and stuff. And we do a lot. Our coaches like to add that a lot towards the end of practices and end of the week and stuff, just to keep us going. And I think that's a great opportunity just to compete and just have fun with it too.
How have you seen Dorian grow since you got here?
I mean, Dorian's always been pretty mature. I mean, I'm his roommate, so I live with him, and he's always just studying plays, and he's out throwing a lot. Like he wants it really bad, I can tell. And I mean, I think he's going to be great this year for us. And I think that just with a year under his belt, he's going to put together a solid year this year for sure.
You said that it took him a little bit to kind of be that leader, and step up and start talking to guys. How has that changed?
I mean, as a freshman, when you come in, obviously, there's a little bit of, you have to develop chemistry with the guys and earn their trust and stuff. And I think that by him playing and him doing his thing, like, he's earned their trust, and all of them are behind him and stuff. So they all love him, and I mean, he's one of the great leaders on our team this year. And a lot of guys just, they follow him, and they come behind him. And I think he's done a great job this year so far.
What's it like being his roommate?
It's fun. I mean, we have a lot of fun. It's cool to get to know him because he's a little bit more goofy than a lot of people think. But
how so?
He just likes dancing and stuff. He's funny. He's a funny guy though. Yeah, we have a lot of fun and stuff. But yeah, he has fun. But like at the same time, he works really hard too. So it's great to see both sides of him and just how he's like grown in the program this year.
Who's the messier roommate?
Definitely him. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
What is it about like his actions or like kind of his personality? You said that like has kind of made him an exceptionally good leader. Like now compared to earlier.
I think the main thing is his confidence. He's a really confident guy, and that's just a great thing to have as a quarterback, just to be confident in what you're doing. And I think he's done a great job of that, and a lot of the players love him for it. And just him being fun-loving too. Like they don't really, he doesn't really beef with any of the players. So like it's like everyone just loves him, and they all just come behind him. So it's cool to have that confident guy to lead your team. Because when you're confident, then it makes the rest of the guys around you confident too. So I think that's one of his best traits.
How does he kind of show his confidence?
It's hard to tell. I mean, you could just see it like when he throws the ball and like he pumps his fist or whatever, or he'll just throw the ball with great conviction and he'll know what he's doing. And I think that a lot of the confidence comes from him being prepared, because when he knows what he's doing, he doesn't have to be like hesitant about anything. So I think by him being prepared and like showing it to other people and the players around him, they see him working and they see him watching film after practice and stuff. Like they see him working like that. So players want to do that too, so they could be at that level too.
What's it like to be out here and start your UCLA career?
Oh, it's a blessing. First off, having a lot of fun out here, really focused, learning. You know, first couple days coming in, they gave me all the plays, gave me all the signals, and I've been studying them each and every day. Especially with Keegan, he's my roommate, so we just go over the plays every night. Really just coming out here, I want to build a strong foundation for the fundamentals that they teach here at UCLA, Coach Bible. And then, you know, the most important thing this spring is really the meetings. The time I have in meetings is the mental aspect, that's getting comfortable with the plays, getting comfortable with being confident in my game. So the more confidence I build out here, the more, you know, I'll be able to play in the offense, and I won't just be a robot.
What's the biggest difference from high school to your first spring?
I mean, the main thing is, you know, everyone out there is Division I, and on both sides of the ball, and you know, it works both ways. You know, you're going against faster guys, guys who are bigger, guys who are more true to their defensive techniques, and then on my side, I got guys who can go. You know, both up front. You know, love the O-line. Been spending a lot of time with them, and then on the outside and at running back, there's just playmakers all around me. So. Not too many more exciting places than here that a quarterback could be.
When are you going to start throwing?
So we'll do a reevaluation of my wrist. I just tweaked it a little bit, and we'll do a reevaluation during spring break, and then from there, I foresee that, you know, with the track I'm on, I'll be throwing soon.
How do you stay engaged in practice when you can't do the one thing that quarterbacks are known to do, which is throw?
I mean, the main thing that quarterbacks have to do out there is, you know, manage and find a completion, and you can do both of those without throwing the ball. So really, I'm taking a mental rep every time, either Dorian or AB or Josiah's in, and I'm putting myself in their shoes, saying where I would have gone with the ball. And, I know that if I found a completion, then I would have done my job on that play, because once I get back, I know I can throw the ball accurately. So as long as I take care of the mental part, which is sort of new to me, I can get back to throwing the ball, which I've been doing my whole life.
You said you tweaked your wrist. What'd you do? What happened?
Just a little tweak right here. So it's just a little bit stiff. I had to immobilize for some time, but now it's getting back great every day. Been doing PT. The training staff here is awesome, and I'll be back down soon.
Did it happen like during a workout or something? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. How different is the terminology and kind of the playbook from what you've been accustomed to at the high school level and things that you've known?
I mean, the terminology is different, but you know, the air raid offense, which I ran in high school, has a lot of passing components. There's more of a pro style offense, but you know, there's only so many routes and only so many combinations. One thing that Coach Bible preaches to us is to keep it simple. You know, all these plays, whether there's different routes, are really trying to attack the same parts of the field against the same set of defenses. So as long as I take my prior knowledge and stay focused here, and Coach Bible, Coach Kelly, Coach Lewis, they're all great coaches. That's why I chose here. I knew I could grow as a player here, and so far I'm on the right track.
What's it been like working with the other quarterbacks?
I mean, it's been great. You know, they're all competitors. I'm a competitor, so you know, you can't look for much more than going out there and compete every day during spring ball. And then, you know, during workouts, we all push each other. In the film room, we push each other. You know, I can learn just as much from Coach Bible's critique of Dorian or AB or Josiah as I can from myself. So best believe the notepad when I take notes is full of notes from Dorian, from AB, from myself, and I study each of them equally. So being in a room with such talented quarterbacks pushes me every day to be better myself.
What have you learned from Dorian?
I mean, Dorian, this is his, you know, he came here this summer, he went through the fall, he has season experience, and you know, it's exciting because I know he picked it up pretty quickly over the season, and that just shows that this offense, you know, can be learned, can be utilized quickly, and he's been very good in these practices. So it shows it can be effective too. So when he's taking reps, like I said, I'm in his shoes, looking through his eyes.
What about like just working with him one-on-one? What are some things that he's either taught you or?
I mean, he's a good leader, I'll say that, and then he can really throw the ball. He's talented with throwing the ball, and that's something as a quarterback I admire. And I know that once I get back to throwing, we'll definitely push each other, and it's already been a great competition, and I look forward.
How do you guys push each other in practice and stuff?
I mean, every time there's a completion, good throw, good play, good read, you know, that's something he did right, and that's something that I know when I get, you know, back to throwing that I got to get right. So it's just the nature of being a quarterback, nature of football. There's only one position. We know we're in a, you know, competition, and as competitors, we can't ask for any better situation. So, you know, even without the throwing, I'm still competing with myself and with the quarterbacks in everything that I can do right now. And then once I get back to it, it's full go.
He obviously had like good experience from fall in terms of kind of being thrown into the fire. He described it. How do you kind of like, I guess, make up for that and sort of learn everything quickly in order to, you know, kind of stay competitive?
Right. I mean, I don't really see it as make up for it. I see it as this is, you know, my first quarter here, first time learning these plays, learning these signals. I got to do the best that I can do. He's going to do the best that he can do, and when we go out there, we're just going to be competitors competing. And you know, that goes the same for all quarterbacks, really all positions out here. We're all competing every day. You know, these trainings it's a limited amount, so we have to squeeze every ounce of opportunity we have out of it. And I know that when I get my opportunities, through my preparation, through my mindset and focus, I'm going to make sure that I'm ready for it.
New year, new hair, huh?
Yeah, a little bit, had to grow it out, so.
What was your first offseason at UCLA like in terms of what you worked on compared to maybe what you worked on coming in your first year?
Oh yeah, just really just getting acclimated and getting comfortable with how they do things here in the winter, and then getting ready for spring ball. I know last year coming in as a freshman, or really being in high school, I didn't know what to do, I didn't know what to work on and stuff like that. So, and then when I got here, right before fall, I would always just go over to like the intramural fields. Like I wasn't comfortable being out here. Like I didn't know if I was like that was my place to be or whatever. So just being comfortable, just being out here and just knowing that this is my team now and stuff like that. So.
What do you think you improved on the most?
I'd say really just getting comfortable with the guys. I mean, last year you'd see me just sitting by myself, or you know, just kind of I'd say what's up, or I wouldn't talk to anybody really, and just kind of stay low key. But now I'm more acclimated to the guys. I'm more used to the guys. I'm always in the O-line room. Always talking to everybody now, and I always hang out with everybody. So.
Does that help in your leadership out?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Like I said, I wouldn't say I'm the leader on the team, but I'm one of the leaders. And so just being able to have the aspect of where I have that comfortable feeling with the guys, so I can tell them, hey, you need to pick this up or whatever that may be. So.
When did that start for you, do you think?
I'd probably say right after the season. I kind of just I knew I needed to take that step. Just coming off the season we had, I knew I needed to take that step just to get to know the guys better. You know, because that in return that helps them trust me more. And then really want to play for me. Like I get in the huddle now, and everybody's all eyes are on me and stuff. Everybody's focused, paying attention and stuff like that. So it really helped a lot.
How did you go?
Why was it that like you were a bit more like low key coming in?
I think just being a freshman, you know, you don't want to be that guy that sticks his neck out at the wrong time or whatever. Somebody's having a bad day. Like you just don't feel comfortable doing that. Even though you have to, it was just something like you don't feel comfortable doing. And so, yeah, I mean, it's something you had to do, but it's like something like, do I do it or do I not? Is it the right time? Like, yeah, you just don't feel comfortable with it. So.
How did you process last season? Coming as a starter, when you're not the starter,
yeah.
Then you're like, all right, I have to be the guy going in the off season. I mean, as a freshman, how do you kind of process that?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say it was a tough year, most definitely. But it was a much needed year, and I think God has everything for a reason. So, with that being said, it definitely helped me from last year to now. I went through a lot of mistakes that I now going into this year won't make, or will be aware of. So, yeah, but definitely last year helped out a lot. Just being thrown into the fire, and just really just learning on the fly, really. So, yeah, it helped out a lot, though.
What would you say is the main thing you learned? If you had, I know you probably learned a lot, but what was one big takeaway? Was it the speed of the game? Was it just what would you say with that?
Really just knowing where to go with the ball and having your feet timed up with your eyes. I'd say last year, just since I was thrown into the fire, literally, I was very antsy and just all over the place in the pocket. When I had my O-line was perfect last year, I would say. Like they gave me plenty of time, and there was just times that I would move a little far right and I would get myself sacked, or or I would throw myself off. Like it was, I pretty much put all season on me. Like just me not having my feet right, me not having my eyes to the right spot and stuff like that, which is where I think I've grown a lot from this year now, just being in practice. Everything just feels a lot more comfortable. It's a new year in the system. And so everything just feels a lot more comfortable where I have my eyes and my feet right. So.
When Wilson's gone, do you feel like the starting quarterback position is kind of yours for the taking?
I mean, it's a give and take, I'd say, because I'm the only guy with experience on the team, but yet Coach Bible and Coach Kelly have also preached to me that it's an open competition. With AB and Chase and Josiah, they all give me good competition. They're all pushing me every day. So I still have that look over my shoulder factor on me, but I mean, in the end, I know like I'm taking the first team reps. So I got to get comfortable with my guys and stuff like that. So.
What was with the number change?
I don't know. I mean, with the new rule of special teams, you can't have two guys on the field with the same number and stuff like that. They kind of had a little something to play into it. With also just it's one. Who wouldn't want to walk run? So, yeah.
You had to wait for Sosa to give it up, right?
Oh yeah. So I'm glad I'm in it though. So.
As one of the leaders, how have you kind of helped this team put last year away and kind of move forward this spring?
I would say, I mean, it comes from all the guys like Chris, Josh, Darnay. I really look to all of them for support and that's who I look up to on the team. So whenever we're doing something, I always look to them first and kind of get that kind of clarification, so to say. And then after that, I mean, it's really, they really push the team, and the team as a whole really pushes this off season and pushes the spring ball and stuff like that. Like, it's not just one person pushing everything, it's the whole team moving as one. So
I know it's only been a couple of practices and we've only seen a little bit, but does it feel like you guys have a little bit of momentum, even coming off of last year?
Oh yeah.
It seems like you guys look more comfortable.
Oh yeah. I mean, a lot of it has to do with being a full year in the system. Everybody knows what they're doing. Everybody's comfortable with each other. Just like I said, going in the O-line room this year, like I see those guys, they're really connecting as one. They're really talking and really getting out and getting to know each other as people instead of just football players. And I think that's really the biggest thing. It's just getting to know your guys. And so I think everybody's real comfortable with each other and also real comfortable with the playbook, which helps a lot too. So.
And you said that you used to go to the IM field instead of come out here. Would you just go out and do your individual workouts on that? Like, what were you doing?
Just, I'd take like DeLon or Martell or Kaz or whatever and just go out and throw and stuff. Just working on just little stuff like routes and stuff like that. So nothing too major, but I've always loved to just throw the football around. So if I get bored, that's what I go do. So instead of coming out here and throwing, I just went over there. So yeah.
So now you're coming out here and doing it?
Oh yeah, as soon as they said we had winter workouts or whatever, I got all the receivers in a group chat, and from then on we've been just throwing every day. Really for the whole winter we threw pretty much every day or every other day. And then now spring ball's here, we get to throw pretty much every day too, so yeah.
Some of your teammates are saying you're starting to get onto them more and feeling more comfortable as a leader. Does it feel weird sometimes when you're like, all right, I can yell at this guy?
I mean, no, not really. I mean, it just kind of flows. It's kind of natural, and I think that's what's most authentic about it, and that's why they kind of gravitate towards it more, just because it's authentic and it feels comfortable. And so, like I said, like these guys know I have their back. They know, or I know they have my back and stuff like that. So it's just a give and take type of deal too. So.